Have you ever wanted to create your own personal portfolio website that's accessible from anywhere by anybody? Well, here's how to do it for free. I used Mr. Robles' resume as a template to build out this portfolio website for him. This is just an example of what you could do with virtually no experience in HTML or CSS. So first, we have to go to Google Gemini, and no, you do not need the Pro plan to do this. We're going to build out my own and replace Mr. Robles. Then we need to make sure it's on Canvas and upload your resume. Next, you have to tell Gemini to create a cover page for a website using your resume. So I'm going to say, create a portfolio website cover page using my resume. Now this is from experience. Always make sure to mention, please put everything on one page. You can change this in the future. This is just so you don't have to mess with any HTML or CSS at all. Okay, now that it's done, sometimes the HTML will pop up here and sometimes it won't. If it doesn't pop up here, just copy and paste this HTML into an HTML online viewer, and there we go. And now you can see it, and of course you can tell Gemini to change it based on how you like it, but I think this is okay just as a template. Next thing you want to do is highlight all of this, copy it, and let's go back to the desktop. You want to create a folder called Portfolio Website, and then here you want to create an HTML file. You can do this very simply by creating a new text document and naming it index.html. And we will let it become unstable because there's nothing on it. The next thing you want to do is to edit it in Notepad and just paste all this HTML in. We're going to Control S to save that, exit out, and now we're going to have our index.html set. After that, you want to make sure that you have Python installed and you want to go to the terminal. Let me end this current server. If you do have Python installed, you need a CD directly to where you made that portfolio website folder. And then you need to paste this command, python-m http.server at port 8000. Now what this does is Python has a built-in module that will host an HTML HTTP server locally on port 8000. You can choose any port of your liking. I just chose 8000. So now if I go here, we're on localhost 8000. You see how it stays on Mr. Robles? If I refresh it, it will go to our new HTML page, and now this should not work for you publicly. This is only locally. So you can only see this website on devices connected to your local network. Now we're going to take it a step further. Let's go to my.noip.com. You're going to want to create an account here, and you're going to want to create a host name. There, it'll let you create any host name you like. The only downside is that you cannot choose the ending. It's not going to be a .com URL because this is a free host name. You can choose what the host portion says, and then there's an array of options to choose for the end. I just thought .ddns.net was probably one of the more professional endings to this website. And of course, it's going to have my public IP there, but I'm going to hide that. I'm just going to save that as it is. It's going to try to make me buy something, but I'm not here to buy anything. You also want to make sure to enable dynamic DNS. What this does is your ISP will continually rotate your router's public IP, so you need to turn this on and install the DUC or dynamic update client, and this will run on your computer because anytime your ISP decides to change your public IP, it'll change with it and keep your website up. After you have the hostname created, then you want to install Chocolatey and Caddy. So to install Chocolatey, you just Google Chocolatey install or go to chocolatey.org/install. You'll find the install for Chocolatey under individual use, and all you have to do is copy this command that's on their website, go to your terminal, and paste it. Now that it's installed, we need to install Caddy through Chocolatey. So you can just go Choco, install Caddy. And I'm already going to have Caddy installed, so it's not going to install it, but for you it will. Now that you have Caddy installed, you just have to type Caddy reverse proxy from your URL that you just created to the port that you're hosting on your local website. And this will create a reverse proxy and will keep it running and safe. This will forward any traffic that goes to your URL directly to port 8000 on your machine. After that, all you need to do is go to your router and log in. I have a Verizon router and I go into my advanced settings, then I go to port forwarding, and you have to create two port forwarding rules, one for HTTP and one for HTTPS. For HTTP, we're going to keep port 80. You want the protocols to be both TCP and UDP, and you want it to be forwarding it to the PC that's hosting your website. And you want to make sure it's always on. I'm going to do the exact same thing with HTTPS, and I just labeled them separately so it helped me keep track. Of course, the port for HTTPS is going to be 443, and everything else is the same. You want to save this and make sure you apply these changes. After that, you should be able to see this on localhost and on your public URL that you just created. And that's it. If you check the website right now, it's going to have Robles' portfolio up, and that's only because mine's pretty small and his just looks way more cool.